Liberians will take flashlight and lanterns to look for Kafumba Kone, and they won't find him.
It's happening now.
Are we doing it now?
Sure.
Now let's take that flashlight and lantern to look for each other so that we can create many Kafumba Kone. In conclusion, because there are so many people who want to say something. Don't give the mic to Imam and let him talk, because I just finished giving khutbah and then I can continue doing today for the whole day. So let's start it. In conclusion, I want to thank the ambassador for the unifying statement that he just made. I was once a diplomat representing Liberia. And this is what I told everybody. As long as I am ambassador, Liberians, you don't have to knock on my door. Stop my car on the road and say, I want to renew my passport. I'll renew it for you from there. If you want renewal of your passport, just, ambassador, I need to renew my passport right now. And I will stop right there and do it. Because it's not about us as religious leaders. It's not about him as political leader. It's about you as the citizens of the country. God bless Liberia, and God bless Felmausa.
All right, let's go. So we have, thank you very much, Imam Adam Fofana.
No, Adam was coming now. This is Kane.
Yeah. Okay.
Adam coming now.
Thank you very much, Imam Mvafi Kenneth. And then we have Imam Adam Fofana, who's going to come up here. Well, I wanted the Imam to do some dua for us. Dua for everybody is different. So they each can do a dua, it's not a bad thing. The dua from you and from me is different. We don't know who dua Allah can accept. So if I ask him for dua, don't say no, he shouldn't do it. There's other person to do it. A dua can be anybody. Anybody God can appreciate anybody's dua. Thank you, Imam.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. And may the peace and blessing of God be upon you all. Mr. Ambassador, the Consular General of Liberian Embassy, distinguished guests, I would like to apologize first and foremost for being late. And the reason being, I live not in Atlanta, I live in Macon, Georgia. It's 3 hours drive from here. Being the only imam in the masjid for a very large Muslim community, I have no one to replace me today. So I was struggling with Mr. Lai Ture, how to squeeze me in, and the way that I can give khutbah. And right after Jummah, I prepare my family, my wife, my kids, they're here with me on my left, that when we go to Jummah prayer, we're not coming back home. After Salat, we're going to head to Atlanta. And I'm delighted to be with you here. My connection with Liberia is deep. Mr. Ambassador, I consider myself to be the young generation of President George Manawiya. I grew up watching him, admiring him in Europe, from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain to AC Milan, all his game. I can't wait on weekend to watch him. And now he's the president of Liberia. Our prayer and thought go for him. He has shown his love for the country way before he became president. And we have confidence in him that he will deliver for that country. May God bless his efforts. I was in Liberia in 1990, right before the war. And as you all know, beautiful country, nice country. Then he sent me in 1988 to Monrovia, and I was there with Mr. Joseph Sacco. His big brother was my teacher. May God increase him in health. Alhaji Sekou Sacco, very distinguished man in Monrovia. the Mufti of Liberia today, Sheikh Abubakar Kane, was my teacher. From between Fofana School and Muslim Congress, I catch up a lot of buses between those two areas in Liberia. In 1988, 89, and 1990 until the war came. 2012, almost 22 years later, I went back to Liberia as an American citizen. From Atlanta to Accra, from Accra to Monrovia. As soon as we land, as a Muslim, when you're happy, what do? You go into sujood. I went down and put my head in the ground and thank God. So my fellow American with me, they admired. They said, why you kiss the ground? I said, that ground is so special to me. I remember very well the day I left, and for me to come back today is something very special to me. Now, like Imam Mbafi said, you give the mic to Imam, they will give another khutbah. But I will not try to do that today. I just want to tell you that we all here, everybody in this room, we owe Liberia something. Everybody, anyone who has been in that country, live in that country, visit that country, you know what Liberia means. Yes, war came and misunderstanding always happen among brothers. According to our tradition, Quran, Joseph, his own brother, sold him in slavery. And then he became the king of Egypt. And in return, he did not revenge. He said, I forgive you all. And when his father even came, he told his father that between me and my brother, there was little misunderstanding. He didn't even explain to his father what happened. But they sold him in slavery, and he was tortured. Everything happened to him. What I mean by that, we need to reconcile and forgive each other. We may come to the place, to the mosque, to the churches, and raise our hand to God and beg God for forgiveness. And God will say, I listen to you, but do you forgive your brother? That's the question. And we ask God for his mercy. Oh God, please have mercy on us. But do we have mercy on each other? That's what God will ask us. We may ask God to give us anything we desire in this life, wealth, health. And the question will be, do you share that with your fellow human being? So my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, I thank Felmausa for their initiative. I've been following them for years, since I came to the United States 2007. They are one of the best in our community in America, period. That's why I'm here. Being an imam, I have very strong connection with other community. Arab community, Indian community, community from Southeast Asia. I live in Malaysia for 7 years. I have strong connection with all these communities. And I was wondering, well, when are we going to have in our community something like this? Till I found Felmausa. And the work you are doing, never be discouraged. There will be people, like Mr. Ambassador said, who will discourage you. Never. Don't give up. Keep doing what you are doing. As Quran says, وَقُلْ اِعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَ اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ. God will be your judge. No one can judge you. Whatever people say, close your eyes and make yourself deaf. Don't listen to it. What you deliver, our community need it. And we need it right now. I'm not here to give a speech, but I'm expressing my feeling. I'm going to conclude with dua, prayer, Muslim prayer. Like I said, Mr. Ambassador, we really appreciate your presence here. It means a lot to us. Next week, I'll be heading to Cairo in Egypt to watch the final of African Cup of Nations. And guess what? One of Liberian diplomats offered his apartment that I'm not going to hotel, I'm going to stay with him. That's how we are. And this gentleman, I went to school with him in Malaysia. This you experience in Liberia, overseas, anywhere you go. If you see Liberian, come to them. Don't be arrogant. Humble yourself. We know. So in conclusion, I'm going to recite a few verses from the Quran and make dua for our organization, for everyone who is here tonight, and for our mother, Liberia, and our motherland, Africa. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون. صدق الله العظيم. The meaning and interpretation. When my servant asks you concerning me, tell them I'm very close, I'm very near. Let them answer my call. I will deliver to them what they ask for. O Lord, the creator of heaven and earth and all that exists in between, we gather here in this evening under the umbrella of Felmausa to increase our unity, to ask you, God, to increase the unity among us, to prosper us, to guide us, to deliver for our people. Oh Lord, we ask you to bless each and every one of us. And when we ask for your blessing, you turn back to us and say, don't you see that I've already blessed you? Your continent is the richest continent in the world, but you are called the poorest people. It's a contradiction. You have so much blessing. You need to look into it, and it starts by loving each other and coming together and giving hand. So Lord, we ask you in this place today, our ambassadors travel all the way from DC to be with us, that we are one people. You are one God, and we are one people. Increase our unity in our diversity. Make us people who show mercy on each other. Make us people who love each other genuinely. Make us people who help each other. Make us people who uplift each other. Make us people who come together when we have problems to solve our problem. Do not make us envious. Do not make us jealous of each other. Do not make us people who pull each other down. Oh Lord, with your وَسَلَامٌ عَلَى الْمُرْسَلِينَ وَالْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Assalamu alaikum.
And also the traditional advice is given to us. We will call on two other people before we go to the presidential chapter president coming up here. So we will call on our brother Vasiki Kone. He was one of the former founder of Felmausa. He's done a lot of work in the background, but a lot of people you don't know him. So Vasiki Kone, please come up.
One here present. It is great to see us here celebrating the 12 years existence of Felmausa as an organization. Felmausa was set up like I said in my brief history of Felmausa recently, to address the challenges of the Mandingo communities in Liberia. But in recent time, our organizational activities are being overshadowed by wrangling, confusion, disagreement. It is important for us to know what we were set up for. That's the reason I wrote the brief history recently, to give some of the young people that have just come on board to reflect on the past. And in that brief history, I mentioned about the efforts that were made before Felmausa, primarily with Limani and Lima of Philadelphia. I was like a student with Mr. Randall Jabate, with Mr. Mohamed Keita, and Mr. Dukle that came here to speak today. I came here in 1995, and I was very actively involved with them. Matter of fact, my first time to come to Philadelphia was on one of those occasions where we came to discuss about the formation of an organization that we grouped together all of us within the United States. Of course, it didn't go anywhere, but I believe the idea, once it was good, it stuck on with us for years until it became a reality in 2007. So the fact that we've continued up to this point, despite all the wrangling, despite that we continue up to this point, I think we deserve a round of applause. We all need to pat ourselves on the back for taking the journey all this long. And even though the group has been part of recently to resolve the issue in Felmausa, I just want to say a few things about that. It was some months ago, as far back as November 2018, when Brother Amaro Kwane, the former minister, myself, Abraham Belletti, Brother Musa Wele, we came together to see how we could resolve the problem in Felmausa. At that time, when we started, election we are talking about today was not part of the equation. But I know in election time in Felmausa, no matter how good your intention is, it's going to be politicized. So I can say in November 2018, our action was not a political activity, or it was not politicized. We were not seen as being part of a political process. But now it kept dragging on. We talk about election today. Brother Kentamba is going to be here. Musa Wele is going to be here. So we hope that within the next 2 days, we're going to have the opportunity to officially present to you what we consider to be our conclusion on the task we're given to help to bring about peace within the organization. I'm not going to say much about it, just to at least introduce to you some of the members that are involved and some of the work we are doing behind the scene. I know all of the active players here from both sides of the electoral process. We've engaged you, we've talked about the issue, and I'm pretty sure the resolution we're going to come out with, I believe that, and I'm hoping that it makes sense to you. I'm not going to say much after that, just to thank each and every one of you for coming to this convention. And I know we're going to come back here tonight. Let's come to support Felmausa. You can't say you're part of an organization, when it comes to money, you don't want to spend your money. We have to support Felmausa. Brothers and sisters in Atlanta have invested a lot in putting the program together, so let's come tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night to support Felmausa, and we all should be able to leave from here on Sunday with smiling face our smiling faces as we celebrate our unity and togetherness. Thank you and God bless.
You know I'm going to call you, so I know you carry your face with that side, but please come.
I'm grateful, Mr. President, Honorable Ambassador, friends here. I'm grateful to all of you for your support. Many speakers have said that Felmausa is our organization. It's nothing that we will do except we support Felmausa to become a better organization. That's our organization. You know, Imadingo is the well, if you have a knife that you carry, and that knife cuts you, what do? Just clean it up and put it back on your side and move on. Okay? So, I know organizations, there are a lot of organizations, it's also normal to have disagreement. But at the end, we'll come together and make Felmausa a better organization. So I want to say thank you, and inshallah, we'll have a great convention. Thank you.
2 minute pooms, God. All right, so we have the house full of men, and I'm seeing less women here. Can all the women stand up here so we can get a big hand of applause for coming to this occasion, please? Please stand up. Let's see you. Look at that. Yeah, look at all the ladies. Thank you for coming. Ooh, look at that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you. All right, we'd like to recognize the effort made by the women of Atlanta, taking all their time to preparing this food, and it's headed by nobody but the wife of our president, Haja. Please stand up. The wife of Stanley today. And all the girls, all the women that helped to prepare Hawakona is back in the back there. Want to say thank you so much. Want to recognize your effort for cooking and spread the news that the organization recognized the women of Atlanta for doing a very good job, because I'm now hungry since I came here. All right, so we'll move on to the chapter leaders. If I'm not skipping anybody here or any elders here that's supposed to speak anymore, we'll move up to the elder. But we'd like to recognize the medical team of this current administration that went to Liberia. If you're a member of the medical team, please stand up so we can see you. There are many of them, every one of them are 9 in the house today, but they took their medical mission to Liberia and they did extremely well. And we want to recognize your effort. Thank you. All right. So we will start by with our Atlanta chapter president, Sam Lai Toure.
Thank you. I'm out of war here today, man. We have a lot of great speakers, to be honest. I think this is the first Felmausa convention that we see this kind of dignitaries here. I think. Sometimes we see only one person, minister, but we have an ambassador here. We are all diplomat, ministers, assistant minister. Thank you for coming. I think this makes me a great person here today in Georgia. First of all, I would like to give my endless thanks to my mom, my wife, and my uncle. Also my brother from Belgium. This is Musa Toure. Thank you for coming. Not forgetting Jacino from London. We recognize you here today. All the dignitaries here present, distinguished our Honorable President, Board Chairman of the Board of Directors, members and officials of Board of Directors, former executives for Mamadi Cissé, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to say here today, thank Honorable Ambassador for being here. I think he demonstrates a great leadership to the peoples of Liberia, most especially over the 25,000 Liberians reside in Georgia here. I heard the councillors in Tony, my members said me when they were doing DED program, I will have my hand on that list. It's 35,000 Liberians as the board chairman of the board director of Metropolitan Atlanta. But the president sitting down here will do it. really thank the Honorable Councilor. She's been somebody that been working tirelessly with the Liberian community here. When time me come, she called me in the rain. May 9, sometimes my wife would be like, oh, the councilor calling again, you know. So every time she be calling me, Madam Councilor, thank you. You know, today I'm out of war. I just tell all of you, thank you for coming. I hope we have a beautiful unified conventions here today. I think for what I see here today, for all the things that we didn't see on Facebook, well, we know when we met. Look at this, you know, I never saw Bizu just went, just hugged me. I was like, wow, I like to read that Bizu hug. Thank you, Madam President. You know, that's a video of it. We can say a lot of things, but when you come here, we do a great job. So, not to prolong the time, our medical mission people, I thank you guys, man. You guys went to Nigeria and make us proud, and we're proud of you people, you know. This could not have happened without the efforts of you. Honorable guest speaker, thank you for being here. Not to take everybody's time, I would like to do 2 certificates of recognition. I will call Abraham Kuma for recognizing him for his service to the Eastern Mandingo Association, and also giving him an honorary membership of Georgia. So, and also the promoter of this convention. Sometimes people call it Abraham live in Georgia, but this is how he is. When you make a mind, he does. So, Abraham, thank you so much. Last not least, we have lobbyists around with the Liberians Association of Georgia, Liberian Medical Association of Georgia Board Director headed by Mr. Lassana Kamara. We discussed and we found out that we need to give our honorary membership to somebody again, which is the Ambassador Jazz. I've got his certificate. It will be coming out in the frame. We recognize you and we want you to be one of the honorary members of Liberian Medical Association of Georgia. Thank you for coming. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Liberia. God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, sir. That was very good. I like to read. I thought you would be here for a longer time since you're the host state. So we want to give you more time to speak. So we'll proceed. What I'm about to tell you here is that you're chapter president. Yes.
One second, I do make a mistake. Let me correct myself before I say that. I said medical missions. Also, humanitarian mission chairman Farouk Kone. Thank you for recognizing me. Thank you.
Oh, so I jumped in. All right, let me do the recognition again. Farouk Kone. All right, so gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's keep it brief. I know you were complaining about time. You said time when it's going to be 8 o'clock. Some of you want to go home, take a shower, and put on your black and gold and start partying tonight. So we want to hurry up. And so I will call on the great state of Minnesota to come and make a remark. And I can see the president, Baba Toure. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to thank Honorable Lai Toure and our beautiful wife for taking care of us. So I'm just going to keep this brief. Honorable Ambassador, I do have a short message for you to take to our Honorable President. I would like for you to please take this to the President. We as Mandingo, we love this President, we love Liberia, and we are peaceful people. But I would I would appreciate if the President can look into our land dispute in Nima County. It is important. I was born in Ban. My father is 73 years old. He was born in Ban, in a house that he cannot enter today. My father is 73 years old, and he cannot enter his house today, the house he was born in. Please take this message. This is important. We don't want our people to live in Monrovia alone. We work here to support our people. It is very, very easy to support my family in Ban than supporting them in Monrovia. And I think it's important that we all return back home, if and only if we are to live together as Liberian and good people. So please take this message to the president. We asking him to please look into our land cases in Nimba County. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
This is great. Mr. Ambassador, you know what, this guy was planning when you heard that you were coming. He prepared for you. He prepared for you. He said, "Come in, the ambassador, come in there." Okay, I'm going to talk to him because he represents George Weir. All right, guys, please have it quiet now. So we're calling on the great state of Dallas, Joe Kucha. Joe Kucha.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. President, Amadi Sisi, Board Chairman Mohamed Zadole, former President Bangali Traore, our guest speaker, our Imam, Brother Adam, and Brother Kenneth. Your presence is recognized. And Honorable Joseph Sakov, your presence is noted here. I'm very happy to be here today. And I want to encourage all of us here as a chapter member, Felmausa members, to support Felmausa and also do more. As we can see, a lot of good speakers have passed in front of us. Let's try hard to embrace the peace talk and try to forgive each other. That's the only way we can move forward. That's the only way we can move forward. The only thing that brought us together here is the spirit of unity. As you can see, everybody comes from different cities. Even our brother Justino from London to here Atlanta. So that's a great thing. So to keep that going forward, we have to forgive and love each other more. And that's what I want to say today. We are happy to be here. And I have the feeling that we're going to have a great convention. Thank you.
The president of Dallas, Mr. Joseph Pusha. I almost said Joseph Sako. I missed the two of you names together. All right, we'll call on the great state of Philadelphia, Yaya Talata Sharif. Hey, hold on. I'm just messing with you, you know? So we'll call on Amaka Siriki Soko Saka.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. The Honorable Ambassador, Mr. President, Honorable Chairman of the Board of Directors, our ecclesiastical leaders, our clergymen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today we have converged to settle issues that have strangled our organization for a long time. It is my hope that as we go to try to settle these disputes, that we all come with one understanding. We are looking for a peaceful Felmausa. All of our stakeholders who have participated one way or the other want to tell you thank you. Honorable, our host, I want to tell you thank you. Ever since we arrived at your house, your wife has been spoiling us. I ate and ate and ate and told her I wouldn't want to eat again. She kept smiling. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Felmausa is at a crossroad. We have the moral responsibility as leaders to ensure that this federation lives in harmony. So you now have the responsibility as leader
to work with a team of people that are here to make sure we stand up and work hard for Felmausa. God bless you. God bless our federation.
Oh, nice though. What am I talking about? You know. But we'd like to call on the great state of New York, Usman Toure.
Mamadi Sise, President of Felmausa, our guest speaker, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. What I want to tell everybody here today, as we converge here, we got 60 members that are going to decide the fate of Felmausa today. Sunday. 60 people who are going to decide the fate of Felmausa. What I want to tell you, if you're making that decision, you really want to make the real decision so that after Georgia, we all can live with that decision. And secondly, we got a peace commission, whether we're going to accept the peace commission or we're going to go on with the election. Let us be very, very careful. This is the only organization we got. And after that, I want to add on my brother and Baba Toure. I want to add on his message to the ambassador. Our people have a burning issue in Nimba County. I'm not from Nimba, but they say if you see fire on your neighbor house, just get prepared. If you don't turn that fire off, the next thing is going to come to you. I'm from Lofa. We got the problem there, but it's not as what is in Nimba. So we are giving you this message. Please relay our message to the president. This has been an issue. After 14 years of war, our people cannot go back to their house. That's unforgettable. Please carry this message to our president. We love him, but we want him to do more so that our people can go back home. Thank you very much.
Ambassador is going to be taking to Liberia, to President Weah. All right, so we have Wisconsin, President of Wisconsin, Musa Papakone. He's not here, but he's our representative, Maurice Kurma. Thank you.
I bring you greetings from Wisconsin Medical Association. Since the last convention in Minnesota, in Minnesota, when President Mamadi Sise was elected, there was conflict in Wisconsin. We were fighting each other, on Facebook especially. But today, I can stand here with a message from President Musa Alhaji Musa Kone to say we have peace in Wisconsin today. We have 4 young ladies that graduated since our convention up to now in criminal justice, in business administration, nursing, and medical field. We have 10 students that graduated from high school and they are on their way to universities in the various universities in the Wisconsin system. We have about 15 births to add to the population of the women in Wisconsin. In the Federation, we are helped to support the Felmausa Federation. Your humble servant speaking today, I have served as the chairman for medical mission for Felmausa. And all of you can attest what we have done in Liberia was remarkable. So Felmausa women have been supporting Felmausa educationally, medically, and social-wise. And besides that, to spread the wisdom and the good work of Felmausa, the ambassador, the special envoy of Felmausa has come from Wisconsin. He has helped to take Felmausa to all our brothers and sisters around the world. So when I hear people say Felmausa have not done anything, these are things that you need to remember. It might be small in your eyes, but these are big achievements. So you should applaud yourself for that. In terms of peace, we ask every one of us, irrespective of which candidate you are supporting today, we ask you to please be peaceful. Let's get out of this convention hugging each other, loving each other, caring for each other. I have a personal message for you. I have helped to form Felmausa. I have been working in Felmausa for almost 14 years. And I have never gave up 1 year. But in the next 2 weeks, I'm about to take a journey to the holy city of Mecca to perform Hajj. I'm not saying that to brag about it. This is a lifetime journey. Most of the time we send our parents, but we the young people have started to go recently. It's a journey. I don't know whether I'll come back or not. I have said a lot of things about most of you, and I ask you to please forgive me. Please pray for me. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. That was that last speech. Member of the election commission here present, please stand up in the house so we can see you. Oh, we don't want president. Come on, cheer him up. And then if you are 18 and below, please stand up. And you are in the hall here. If you are 18 and below, please stand up. Yes, man. Let's give our youth a clap. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And then we move on to the great state of Houston. The man that just received the biggest certificate from Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Ibrahim Kroma, for the board of directors for Felmausa. I think I got a question mark on it.
Oh, really? Are you sure about that? Thank you very much. Our political advice, we have a lot of time spent here. First of all, I will stage my speech into 1 minute, 1 minute. First, Houston, and Houston. In Houston, we are about family, community. We are not about an association only. In Houston, we care about children, and we adopt a system called No Child Left Behind. So, message from the Houston community: we want peace, we want peace, we want peace. Felmausa community. That's a message from the Houston community. And if you go to the hospital, the doctor will ask you, how terrible is your pain? 1 to 10. But some people are saying earlier today that Felmausa is in the pain like 10. No, that's the wrong information. Felmausa is not a Facebook organization. Felmausa is real and non-profit organization. Who have seen somebody fighting in this confusion today? Who have seen somebody abusing themselves today? But go to Facebook, you see everything on Facebook. Felmausa is not a Facebook organization. We are one family, and everything will be preserved. Thank you very much.
He's talking about social media propaganda. And one of the things he talked about too that can make the people to go away, like the investors, is all of the big, we insulting each other and saying bad things about our own country. These are things that we have to stop doing, and it's very important. And I'll say this, I lost a sponsor for this organization who was giving 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. This year we declined, right, Mr. President? And some of the reason here is because there's so many names that we have on Facebook. Felmausa Fed, Felmausa Federation, Felmausa Madingo. These people get money and they respect our organization. They go on, they brag about it. I'm sponsoring this organization. Yes, tomorrow is my personal trainer. I'm sponsoring. Look at the butcher he brought. Their organization is federation. They're doing X, Y, and Z for Liberia. They go and check it because they want to get money. Then they see Felmausa Fed coming on, Felmausa Madingo coming on. Which one is they supporting? So please, if you are here today and you have the password for Felmausa Fed, Felmausa Madingo, please bring it down. Bring it down. Let's use one name. Federation of the Liberian Madingo Association, Felmausa. Yes. Stop these things. It's spoiling us. It's not good for us. All right, so we will call on the great state of North Carolina, Siku Salif. Is he here? Oh, okay. And the representative? All right, and then we have great state of Iowa, Mustafa Kroma. Okay, he's on your way. He's not here. And the representative? All right, so the only female we have here, I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now, I would like to call on New Jersey President Bijou, since she came to the occasion. Bijou, come and say one or two things. Senator here as well. North Dakota is not here. Can you remind me, Mr. Chairman of the board, or Mr. President, if I'm skipping any chapter state? Arizona. Arizona is not represented there? Okay. Michigan is not here as well? Okay. Syracuse is not represented. So basically that's it. Let me check my program sheet here. Includes the chapter state deliberations, and now we have remark by the board chairman, Mr. Mohammed Anzar Dole.
Protocol there. I think this is a traditional hour. So when I listened to our elders, when they were speaking, it touched me a lot. Few years back, or 10 years today, in Pennsylvania, when we met, we spoke Mandingo. We spoke about issues that are affecting our community. We have to be honest. If we are not honest, no one can resolve the problem of Felmausa except we ourselves. Right. So let's look around in the house right now. When you check on your left, you check on your right, you check behind you and in front of you, you see somebody that you are related to. So when are we going to start? When are we going to consider this organization as a tribal organization? It's not political. I know people came up here today and said, let's get rid of the Constitution. Our tradition, there's nothing we have talked about here today that is not in our current Constitution of Felmausa. Article 6 of our Constitution, which is the objective of this organization, speak about dialogue, speak about unity, speak about protecting one another, father, sister, brother-in-law, uncle. Let's do that. The motto of Felmausa is say, let's look ahead. Are we looking ahead? Are we going to leave from here this weekend and say, yes, we have a successful convention, not only found out why, but we're able to look at our brothers and sisters and say, I know you said something about me a few days ago. I know you have mocked me. I know you have said a lot of bad things about me, but I want to look you in the eye and say, I forgive you. That's the power we all have. I don't have that power. The president does not have it. Nobody has it. We ourselves have this power. And we have to show that power to each other. And the only way we can resolve issues in this community is by dialogue, is by listening to our elders, and by respecting our leaders. I know you have criticized us a lot. We are not perfect. We came to this leadership to protect this institution. And we will continue to do that. I want to thank you. I want you all to have a successful convention. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Taking Toastmaster class that we don't know about. Yeah, to come up here and just come out and everything is in line. You have to be, articulate. Mr. Chairman wants to thank you for that great speech. Now we'll call on the President, Mr. President Madi Bangali Sise, to make a remark.
Thank you to everyone for being here tonight. Before I go forward, I know this month is a very, for me, I always remember the day, the month. I know we all went through the Liberian civil conflict. The month of July was a month that many of our brothers, our fathers, our grandmothers, little children were killed in the Liberian civil conflict in Barcade. So in honoring them, I will ask that we please stand up and observe a moment of silence. And after that we do pray individually a Fatiha for the Almighty Allah to bless them and to cover them and to give strength to those that are here to provide prayers for them. So let's just observe a moment of silence, and after that we'll read the Fatiha. Okay, can we just all join hands and read the Fatiha? Shall we do that?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Rahman Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin.
Thank you very much.
The president know Al-Fatiha, Milwaukee Puppet.
I know tomorrow I will have the opportunity to talk to the community. I will have the opportunity to talk to the membership about how far we have come and the achievements so far, the hurdles that we faced, and the path we have put forward to continue to better this community and to better our organization. But I think if you observe here tonight, almost everyone who spoke here to us talk about what? Peace. Peace. So it means that there is something somewhere. There's something wrong somewhere. And I don't want us to sit here and pretend that there's nothing wrong. Because you know what? Tomorrow we'll be right back where we are. Yeah. For 11 years, since we came and created this beautiful, culturally oriented organization, we have struggled a whole lot. And you know when it always happens? After every 2 years. You think it is happening by accident? By miracle? No. It is happening because of our actions. Who here will deny the fact that what has been said about each other on Facebook, and then we come here and say there's nothing wrong? Okay, will you really accept that for somebody to go and call my job and inquire about me, how much I make, my title, whether in fact I'm telling this community the truth about who am I as a person, and then post that on Facebook, then we come here and say there's nothing wrong? How will you accept the fact that I will go to the Internal Revenue Service's website and he said, tell me about Mr. Kate, I'm a guest speaker, he's speaking to us tomorrow. I just want to know whether he paid his dues or not. And then we come here and say there's nothing wrong? Do you really believe that? Will you accept that we go on Facebook and put myself and somebody else, create a photo with myself in what? In a jumpsuit, as a prisoner in a prison, and you create an actual prison and put me in there and say I'm a criminal when I have not committed any crime, and then we come here and say, let's forget it, there's nothing wrong?
It's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
You think it is actually acceptable for us to ask or to question the legitimacy of somebody being Mandingo? Let's accept the fact that nobody will define you, right? Nobody will define me whether I'm a Mandingo or not. But do you really believe that it is acceptable for us to question the Mandingo-ness of another person when you don't know their heritage? No. You don't know where they came from? And then we come here and say there's nothing wrong? Something is wrong somewhere. And until we can fix that, we will continue to use the same language
over and over.
No discrimination.
How many persons here today? How many persons in here tonight that really spoke about the benefit? Over 1,200 of our community members benefited from the Liberian Medical and Humanitarian Mission. My chairman for Humanitarian Mission is here. The chairperson for the Medical Mission is here. If you really understand the way Felmausa is viewed in our country, you know how many police depots that receive shoes from Felmausa? Boots, police boots. Felmausa donated that. You know how many shoes, clothes that was donated by the Felmausa Medical Mission? We have about, how many counties now in Liberia? 16, right? 15? Yeah. Of the 15 counties in Liberia, 11 of them benefited from the Felmausa Medical and Humanitarian Mission. Of the 15 counties in Liberia, Felmausa went directly, visited 6 of them. You know why? I have Bangari here. He was one of the nurse practitioners that went on our mission. Ask him, they donated a bus to us to take our nurses. When the bus came, some of them said they're not going to go in there. Why? We expected the bus to be like the coastal one that we have here, right? But it wasn't. It was a little tiny little bus that you have to really put a lot of courage to travel in there. But they did. When we went to Liberia, that nobody is talking about today, we had about 35 to 40 young community or youth who came out that they want to be part of this federation. But nobody is talking about that today. All we talk about is we tarnish the reputation of each other on social media. Okay? We read about things that we know are not true about each other, but we don't care. We read about our organization to a point. We have tarnished the reputation of this federation to the extent that it doesn't matter who you elect on Sunday. If we all sit here and pretend that nothing is happening, you will just be a president. But for you to survive and succeed, it's going to be very, very difficult. And that's one of the reasons why this should not be about election. It should not be about me. It should not be about Brother Morris. It should not be about Sister Howard. Because at the end of the day, what we should be able to do is then create a path so that whoever is elected tomorrow, we all can be there to support them. We all can be there to support them. But if I want to be president, and I tell this community today that there's nothing wrong, everything is good, everything is peaceful, guess what's going to happen? We'll be misinforming the community. So I will have a chance tomorrow to come out and speak to you about some of the initiatives that we're going to be taking. But I also want to inform you that tonight, Abraham Bedete, Vasiki Kone, my brother Jazino is here, Ayuba. They came together and said that we see something somewhere. Like Vasiki said, this was 2018. That we have seen something somewhere that we want to help to fix. And today, the group still exists. So all they are asking for is for us to give them the opportunity to do a review of our organization. I say this. If your electricity bill is going up and up and up, guess who you call? You don't call the taxi driver. You don't call the medical doctor. Who you call? You call an electrician, right? They come and evaluate your house, ensure the downstairs building or the downstairs room is the one that is costing you much money. That's all they want to do. It's like doing a SWOT analysis of our federation to see where we can be able to fix it. So I'm asking us to give the Peace Commission an opportunity to be able to see, talk to us, and let's come out as a community in one. You know what? It is never late for anybody to be president for this federation. Absolutely. You can be president today, you can be president tomorrow. But how do you want your presidency to be? That's what we all need to work towards. So, on that issue, I will want to say thank you to my sister Howard and to my brother Morris for us to take the courage to say we want to lead. Because leading, as you all know, takes a lot. But if you step up, I think you should be appreciated for it. So, I know it's been a very long day. People gotta go get ready with black and gold. Yeah. I've been told that there's somebody secretly trying to compete with Flavor tonight. I don't know who that person is. Flavor Donzo. I don't know who that person is. Yeah. So we have to be out of here by 8. Yeah. But I will also give you an opportunity and a privilege by the host state to present to our ambassador a certificate of appreciation for your services to the Liberian community in the United States. So, with that honor, I want to ask you to please come forward.
Please stand up, man. Stand up, everybody.
So, this certificate is being presented to you, Mr. Ambassador, in recognition of your service as a Liberian ambassador in the United States and your services that you provide to the Liberian community, regardless of where they reside and regardless of where they come from. Again, thank you very much.
Mr. President, I can only thank you and your people, your entire leadership. My Dingle brothers and sisters who live across the length and breadth of this country for this honor. I am truly appreciative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So with that said, I want to say thank you, Brother Lai. I think the convention is out for a very beautiful start. Since we came last night, you've been very, very open. And I think everybody can attest. And I just want to say thank you to you and also to the social committee, Flavor Donzo, Amara, and all of those that are supporting this entire effort. Thank you very much.
Please have it quiet, please. Please. We're going to be coming to the end so that we can go and have a discussion, so please listen. We would like to recognize the entire committee that planned this particular event, starting with the hosting, the host chapter state, Sam Lai Ture. Please stand up. All right, Hawa Kone Kroma, she's not here. Hawa. Yeah, please come here. So, you know, as I call you in, please come up here. We want to recognize you guys for that. Please come up here, Hawa. Right here. Yeah, Kurmak Kone, please come up here.
How many times you want to
What's that? The two last name. And then our social committee chairman, Kalfala Donzo, aka Flavor. Amara Kamara from Washington, D.C. Amara. We got Lasana Kamara from Great State of Atlanta, Georgia. And then we also have Kasimu Sila, he's not here. We have Aja Toure, the wife of the president. I just got to get. All right, I think basically we have some other people that are not here today. But please give this group a big hand of applause. And then also the cameraman sitting now, Musa Sharif. Gentlemen, you are not paying attention. The reason, let me be loud. The reason, are you paying attention now? The reason this convention will be successful is because of these people. Kalfala, please stand up. Please, let's give them the attention. Please give them a big hand of applause. Gentlemen, I couldn't just end this without calling you off the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't end this without calling you on the stage. You guys did extremely well. You worked days and nights. The team wasn't a lot of team, but you were very effective, and you put this convention together very well. Later, I want to say thank you to you. Before we end the entire thing, I have a quote here, and it says, without community service, we would not have the strong quality of life. It is important to the person who serves as well as the recipient. It is the way in which we ourselves grow and develop. By Dorothy Hyde. I want to say thanks to every one of you. Thanks to everybody. Thanks for coming. And we will see you.